What should I do? I ended the world. If I embrace that sin, I cannot save Yona from suffering. If I reject that sin, I can rescue her from misfortune, but at the cost of all future generations and their stories. So it stands. My answer is... Live, facing the future. That is all. Somewhere along the way, I picked up this point of view. To look back is to open wounds and spill blood. I did this many times. Many, many times. I always believed that if we defied fate, we could find a future where Yona would be happy. But it seems I was wrong. Then where did I go wrong? Whatever I did, the same sad outcome repeated. Each time, Yona suffered. I will reject my sin. Even if the peoples and generations after me will disappear, if the suffering they would experience would also disappear, in a way I am helping them. At my choice, the boy, the Shadow Lord, nodded. He was me, and I was him. As mirror images of each other, we shared one wish. There is a divergence point where we can exit the cycle of life and death. In the darkness that had returned, the boy pointed at neither heaven nor earth, but at an even deeper black void. I nodded back. Our original sin waited beyond there. With hands joined, the Shadow Lord and I walked forwards. We wished for too much. We hoped for too much. I only wanted to protect Yona. For the rest of our lives, I will give everything. That's what I needed to do. I won't make that mistake again. Beyond this darkness, I will discover the truth. This is the best way, Yona. Undecided option. Ending. Nier replicant. Back to the past. Year 2023. Summer. A snow of salt fell on Shinjuku. The silent whiteness fell as if to conceal the blackened buildings. In a corner of Shinjuku, there stood a blown-out supermarket. Many visitors must have gone in and out of its large entrance. Smash! The sound of flesh being struck echoed inside. A boy holding an iron pipe breathed heavily, his shoulders sagging. At his feet was a black being. The shade lay in a pool of its blood. The boy lost himself in killing them, not knowing where they came from. Yona. The boy quickly went to the back of the supermarket. He opened a shaky door to an office room. Yona? In a hidden corner, a little girl sat, hiding. Oni-chan, I'm so glad... Before she could finish speaking, she broke out into a coughing fit. She was ill. Are you all right? The boy rushed over to Yona. He sat her in a chair and rubbed her back. Covering her mouth with a tiny hand, Yona looked up helplessly at her brother. I'm sorry. Did the monsters come because they heard my cough? To calm down his sister, the boy rubbed his sister's back more strongly. Don't worry, Ni-chan won't lose to those monsters. Yes, I'll kill them all, and anything else that hurts her. He noticed something sitting next to the chair. A book. It was black, and it had what looked like a face on it. It was creepy looking and old. He shouldn't touch it. He just had a hunch. If he touched it, he felt like he would be making a mistake. Again. I'll always be with Oni-chan. At Yona's voice, the boy came to his senses. There was something he had to do. He had to get them to a safe space. Yona, let's run from here. The monsters keep coming here. Okay, I'll go with Oni-chan. They left the office room silently. It was dark in the supermarket without lights. Near the entrance, shades blocked the way. It was dangerous to go that direction. Doing his best to stop his sister from coughing, the boy searched for a way out of the darkened room. Oni-chan, there! Whispering, Yona pointed at some rubble. Light from outside peeked through. Leave it to Ni-chan. Moving aside some rubble, he created a hole. It seemed to connect to the outside. I think we can get out this way. The boy turned to his sister and gave her a smile. Yona broke out into a smile, too. She was happy for a way out, of course, but she was even happier that she could help her big brother. You go first, but when you get outside, wait there. Got it. Yona pushed her way into the hole. Oni-chan, it's okay. There's no monsters. Yona made it out and eagerly taught her brother the way. Just when the boy was about to exit, I will give you power. The deep voice came from behind him. When the boy turned around, the book that sat in the office was now beside him. How? If you give me the power to protect. The voice seemed to be coming from the book. I can't make a mistake. I can't make that mistake again, the boy muttered. I don't need your power. I will live with Yona with only my own power. The book did not speak again. The boy pushed himself out of the rubble. Oni-chan, where should we go next? Behind the supermarket, they couldn't spot any shades. No one lived in Shinjuku anymore. It had been years since the orders to evacuate Tokyo. I wonder. They had nowhere to go. Yona and the boy were orphans. I want to go south. Yona blurted it out. I heard it's warm in the south. Yona grinned at her brother, and his eyes went wide. If they traveled to southern Tokyo, the temperature wouldn't rise at all. She must have gotten that idea in a picture book. But perhaps there was light there. The two turned south. They chose a wide street through the ruins. If a shade appeared, they would see it right away, and if there were anyone else to help them, maybe they would be easier to find. Yona coughed as they walked through the snow of salt. He hoped there was something to eat. He hoped they would find somewhere safe. He hoped Yona's cough would get better. Yona could rely only on him, and protecting Yona was his only reason to go on. The boy did not consider this a burden. He considered it a source of strength. Following the street signs, the pair continued south. The boy read aloud the leaning street signs. This street is called Meiji-dori. If we follow Meiji-dori, will we get to, Hawaii? Hawaii? Yona excitedly made the suggestion out of nowhere. He knew it. She read the picture book. They had been staying at a local orphan center. The boy seemed to remember there was a picture book with this kind of story. There's a king in Hawaii. I wonder what kind of person they are, Oni-chan. Her sweetness pulled at the boy's heartstrings. The innocent words filled him with pity. I'm not sure, but it must be a warm place with no snow. Good. I don't really like snow. With that, she began humming a half-remembered tune. It was a cheerful song, perfect for a tropical island. 3 hours must have passed. With rests for Yona's coughing fits, they slowly walked. With the snow, it was difficult to progress, and they couldn't go far. The sun was setting, and they found themselves at a huge 5-way intersection. Neon signs flickered on and off. Giant fashion advertisements decayed on the sides of buildings. In an empty train station, fluorescent lamps were lit. They're glowing. They had found light. For whatever reason, electricity still ran here. The pair stood, entranced, in the center of the vast intersection. To have light in this cold night, it sparked a fire in their hearts. Even as Yona coughed, the garish light seemed to watch over them. Oni-chan? Look at the snow. It's pretty. Yona pointed at the sky. As always, it was snowing. But in the darkness, the snow picked up the light and sparkled as it fell. It was different from the snow they knew before, and the boy couldn't help but watch. You're right. Maybe I like snow a little more now. Yona jumped, trying to catch the dancing snow, crying, "Eight! 8!" Even as she was coughing, she was so heartfelt. Where will we end up? Wherever it is, we will probably die tomorrow. Even so, we are together now. The happiness we have here, I hope it lasts to the end. I won't wish for any more. A shining snowflake landed in Yona's hand. It soon melted and disappeared.